Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment, Scribe Light. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe, to that haltingly hesitant opening.
Well, my brain's like, wait, you're saying the wrong thing. And I'm like, no, I'm not. So I was having an internal argument with myself about introducing you.
And then as soon as I started speaking, the stream started playing in my ear and fucking up my brain as I heard your voice again, and I thought I was talking over you, and I stumbled over my own words, and it was just like, God.
Maybe Satsu was right. It is going to be that kind of a
Yeah, it's going to be that kind of night.
Speaking of Satsu, your Lord of Pennies is with us as well. Say hello, Satsu.
What up, bitches?
And I am your Lord of Pain, the Lord of
Pain.
The Lord of Pain, the Lord of Pain.
The ranting monkey fuck. You know what? I'm not even trying anymore tonight. I'm not trying. Fuck me.
Wednesday at the Thunderdome. You'll pay for the seat, but you'll only need the edge for Lord of Pain.
I was gonna do the all too aptly named Lord of Pain, and I missed it, and then my brain tried to correct for it. It's that kind of night. It really is. We went shopping today, guys, so I'm in a lot of pain. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing. I'm a little sore.
Did you buy something cool at least?
I think so.
Okay. Are you going to tell us?
Well, I got like a little backlight strip for my TV, for my main monitor.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
All right.
And a couple other things I needed to fix my computer a little bit. So I finally got the cords that I've been looking for to get my speakers where they need to be. I needed the extender ones and been having trouble finding them where I live, and I didn't want to just order them off Amazon because that'd be too fucking easy. I forget every time I go there. How are you guys today? Satsu, you're the only one who hasn't fucked up yet. So how you doing, man?
I am wonder great. I had a very productive day.
He's keeping it short so he doesn't become one of the ones who fucks up.
That's right.
Scribbles, how you doing, man?
You got a super chat real quick.
Doug, thank you. Google fucked me today. Have some freedom bucks. Thank you so much.
Freedom bucks from Freedom Creek.
I'll join you in a fuck Google. How about that?
Yeah, Google was down today or something. I was trying to search stuff earlier, and it was like, you got a 502 error. Like, what the hell is a 502 error?
Dude, when I went to set up the stream, it told me it couldn't do it. And I hit it like 4 times. I'm like, that can't be right. So I went over and looked on the actual screen where it'll tell you if you have events set up. 4 events. Like, God damn it.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Well, my day was decent. It was company meeting / lunch day, so I got a free lunch, and it was yummy.
Cool.
And, otherwise, yeah, that was kind of the long and the short of it, aside from the work stuff. So that was my day. How was your day, Monkey? Even though you already told us about the shopping trip and that you're in pain. So what else is going on?
Well, I got to go out to lunch with my wife, and I was still feeling good at that time. So we went out, had a nice lunch together, which we haven't got to do in months.
Yay.
And she was kind enough to take me out with her, even though I slow her down.
Oh.
I feel so bad because I'm walking like my crippled self, and she's slowly walking. So I was like, honey, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go. I have my phone if I lose you. Let's get this out of the way. I'll probably fuck this up, huh? I'm going to do it slowly. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games, like our stuff, and share it if you would be so kind. Hey, I got through it all without spending.
Hey, slow and steady wins the race. Good job, Turtle.
I was watching. I was out rolling cigarettes, and my wife's computer's right out there, and she was watching YouTube. And I try not to judge her on the things she watches, right? Because we just have different tastes.
Try being the operative word.
Well, today it was really hard. Right before the stream, I watched part of a video with her of a woman who was hiding eggs for her dog. A doggy Easter egg hunt, which, by the way, this woman got the idea from watching another YouTube video.
You all right? I learned it by watching YouTube.
Okay, look. One, this woman is plenty young enough to have children. Have children.
Maybe she's barren.
maybe. You know what? Then do like Madonna did and steal some Somali kids. It's not a big deal. Your dogs are not little people. That video is cute. Do not judge her. I am judging the fuck out of that Easter egg hunt for your dog. Your dog's just like, why is this bitch putting treats in plastic eggs? Kitty Stalker who says, monkey, Kitty Stalker. How you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, that's what I came into. And like I said, I had to leave because I couldn't keep quiet. I try not to, when we watch movies or stuff and it's something my wife likes, I have a tendency to criticize it. I criticize the stuff I watch as well, but she doesn't notice that. She only notices it when I criticize the stuff she likes. But so I try not to. But I had to leave because like her and her boyfriend / husband, whatever he is, they actually dressed up like Easter bunnies.
Oh, dear Christ.
That's actually pretty interesting because Squishy mainly watches movies with me because she likes the fact that I criticize them.
No, like, Lady Monkey's
that's
like,
her favorite part.
Shut up. Yeah, she does not appreciate my commentary.
Squishy loves mine. She's just like, what? You got anything? Like when something really dumb happens and I'm speechless, she'll like look over at me like, nothing you want to add? And I'm just like, I just can't. It was so dumb that I have nothing to add.
All right, with that, do you guys have anything else to toss in the mix before we move on to news?
Nah, son.
Nah. Oh, well, I'm currently being mesmerized because the Church of Scientology is putting out a live broadcast on Twitter right now.
Oh.
I have a promoted tweet streaming to me their original TV series where they're telling me how wonderful they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
What thetan level do you need to be able to watch that?
At least level 8. Zeno.
All right, what do we got for the news?
Well, in other, realms of conspiracy theories and everything else, how about the Mueller report?
Dude, I cannot believe the way this is blowing up. But yeah, please, let's.
Well, let's see. Do we want to talk about what's happening tomorrow, or do we want to talk about what happened today?
Before we do that, it's Stargazer Nuts' birthday.
What?
Yeah, I sang to her this morning, but we need to sing to her as a group.
Oh, double dipping again.
She's worth it. She pimps us out a lot.
That's true. Got to sing for your pimp, I guess, right, Monkey?
That's right.
All right.
We're her bottom bitch, man.
Hey, some good hoes.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm the bottom bitch. You're definitely not.
That's right. I'm top bitch, God damn it. Wait,
he's not down with his pimp lingo.
That's backwards.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nuts, sweetie. I hope your day was wonderful. I hope your birthday's been fantabulous. And to top it off, we're going to do this for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday, Nuts.
Happy birthday
to you.
Unfortunately, you get this for your birthday.
Happy
birthday, Stargazer Nuts.
That's not her name.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Nuts. I really do hope you had a great one. And we'll have to keep an eye out, see if Jacob Navo shows up because it's his birthday too. We'll wait to see him to sing. So you were saying Mueller report.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about the thing that I guess is more pressing or more sort of strange. New York Times, the DOJ discussed the Mueller report with the White House ahead of release. I don't understand why that's a story. Officials from the Justice Department have spoken repeatedly with the White House about Special Counsel Robert Mueller's findings, the New York Times reported Wednesday. The Times report, which CNN is rebroadcasting because it can't do its own work because they're not investigators, they are journalists, That was my addition, sorry. The Times report, citing people with knowledge of the discussions, or perhaps familiar with the matter, said the talks, quote, aided the president's legal team, unquote, as it works to rebut the report, which the Justice Department said it will release with redactions on Thursday. Spokespeople for the White House and Justice Department declined to comment to the Times, which said ABC News first reported on the recent conversations between the White House and the Justice Department. ABC said, so CNN's reporting on the New York Times is reporting on ABC.
Yeah.
Okay. ABC said previously that the White House had received a broad, non-specific briefing on the report. The highly anticipated report will have redactions in 4 key areas, according to Barr, who the Justice Department said will take questions from the press on Thursday morning. President Donald Trump said in an interview Wednesday that Barr would hold a press conference and floated the possibility that he would as well. In an example of anxiety from some involved ahead of the redacted report's release, one former administration official who's cooperated with the Mueller's investigation expressed reluctance to CNN about speaking voluntarily with Mueller rather than go before a grand jury where the official's identity would be more likely to face redactions. Okay, and that's the end of the story. At least that story. I had 2 stories up about it, but that was the big one.
Well, yeah, Representative Elijah Cummings, do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of a dickwad anyway, but he tweeted this out. He said, "This is outrageous. The AG is supposed to be an independent beacon of truth and justice. Instead, Barr is debasing the rule of law, degrading our democratic institutions, and decimating any trust the American people have left in this administration."
How's that?
Because the AG's not allowed to talk to the president? I don't know. I don't know. I've yet to see anything. Look, you guys don't have to like that the AG talks to the president, but it's actually part of his job.
So is the theory being that like Barr went to the White House and said, "Hey, what do you want me to redact?" Is that the conspiracy theory?
At this point, go ahead, Satsu.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what I thought he was saying.
Well, Elijah was specifically linking to the New York Times report,
Right.
which all that says is what you basically read there is, that this might have given Trump's lawyers time to formulate a response.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand. Like, so you want to catch them off guard or something?
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, if there's something in the report that is, indictable or offending or whatever else, the lawyers having a head start on it isn't going to change that.
No.
Yeah.
And the AG has already said he's not prosecuting, so.
Yeah.
And?
I mean, if this was a legal proceeding, it would not be out of bounds for the quote-unquote prosecutor to share with the defense the evidence that they have. So,
right. It would actually be required.
Right. So Elijah Cummings is complaining that there wasn't the option of an ambush, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
that's so weird.
That doesn't mean anything. Unless you've got evidence that something untoward happened, which this isn't, I don't understand what the complaint is. If there's something that's going to put Trump into the basement on his approval ratings or something in the report, it's still coming out tomorrow. So
they don't even know what the fuck it says.
Yeah.
There have been a whole bunch of people who are like, the summary that Barr gave has been now they don't use the word criticized, what's the word, debunked. It's been debunked because a couple of people said that it was mischaracterized. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been debunked. You guys don't even know what the fuck it says.
Yeah.
The only thing we know about it is that the AG is not seeking any charges anywhere right now.
We got an abstract summary of what will and will not be in the thing, as in he didn't find any evidence of collusion, and there are no other indictments planned. Aside from that, we know about as much as everybody else, and everybody's going to know what's in it tomorrow, just like the White House. And it's the White House, for God's sakes, the executive. This is pertinent to them on so many levels, because if there is something that's going to come out that's going to cause problems, why shouldn't they have the opportunity to be prepared for those things? It's a public report. It's not secret. It's not going to be secret any further than the redactions. This is Just wait. Just wait till tomorrow. You'll all find out tomorrow, and we'll all find out that it's whatever it is. I mean, if there is something secret in there it suddenly becomes an atomic bomb for his campaign, well, then it'll be. I don't know.
I just hope that it really does turn out that it's, yeah, there's really nothing here, just so I can laugh at these guys again. Like, calm. How many times do you have to make asses of yourself before you take the wait and see approach?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to have some more fuel for Schadenfreude that, given what the media and everybody else has already done to themselves in the interim. But I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll be listening to the press conference live, just like everybody else.
Yep.
Anyway, I had another story about it, but it's basically the same thing because all it says is that, the report's going to drop tomorrow. There's going to be a press conference. CNN doesn't know any more about it than we do, and their article's relatively short. So that's all we know about the Mueller report, but God knows we'll be talking about it tomorrow. There is other breaking news, however. In another brilliant move towards relations with the West, North Korea has tested a new tactical weapon.
Hang on to that thought. Frosted Glass, thank you so much. Mueller report, be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Only if you have the Captain Midnight decoder ring. You'll only know that if you have the decoder ring. That's what you got to do. And if you guys don't know what that reference is, you're younger than I am. So North Korea. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inspected and directed a, quote, new tactical guided weapons firing test Wednesday, according to a report from the country's state media. The report, published Thursday morning local time by news agency KCNA, did not state exactly what kind of weapon was tested, nor its potential range. However, the description provided by KCNA suggests that it does not represent a return to missile testing for the regime. A tactical weapon is designed to be used on the battlefield and is typically not a long-range armament. So it was a bomb or a tank or something? I don't know. No missile test was detected by U.S. Northern Command and Strategic Command, according to U.S. Department of Defense officials. Kim praised the weapon's capabilities, whatever it is, the state-run agency reported. Quote, the development and completion of this weapons system will be a great historic event in strengthening the combat capability of the People's Army, he said, according to KCNA. I was often completely moved in admiration at the time of strategic weapons development, but seeing this, it seems our scientists, engineers, and labor class is truly great. If they are willing, then no weapon is beyond creation, unquote. Let's see. The report said the North Korean leader climbed the observation post to observe the new tactical guided weapons firing test plan and gave directions. Yes, he's a master strategist, I'm sure.
So he watched them fire their new
whatever
rocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Pincalo, thank you so much. Who says monkey? Also, hello, Satsu and Scribe. Pincalo.
What up, now?
Vipin Narang, an associate professor of political science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology who studies nuclear proliferation, said the weapon likely differs from the long-range missiles the North Korean regime has tested in the past few years. Quote, we don't know what it is, but if it's another tactical system like an MRLS, multiple launch rocket system, or a coastal defense system or air defense, it would seem to be consistent with Kim potentially reminding both the U.S. and South Korea in a calibrated way where things could go if the U.S. especially doesn't moderate its negotiating position. Our negotiating position is we're going to tear you guys apart if you try anything. That's it. I still, to this moment, cannot understand how Kim Jong-un has any notion that he's got any leverage, save for the fact that he's insane. And China's on his side. That's really only, China backing him up is really the only leverage he has, as far as I can tell.
Pretty much it, yeah.
Or nuking South Korea, I guess, if he tries to do that. So anyway, so that happened. I'm sure that was great. In good-ish news, I remember last night we were talking about the girl that was threatening the Colorado schools.
Vaguely.
Yep,
how Columbine was locked down.
Yep.
Okay. Well, she killed herself.
I saw that today.
The Florida teen who was infatuated with Columbine brought weapon near school. That's the headline, at least. An armed teenager whose threats forced the closure of 19 school districts in Colorado killed herself in a federal recreation area outside Denver with a shotgun she purchased at a store near Columbine High School. Police found the body of Sol Pius. So I heard on the radio that her last name is pronounced Pius. I thought it was Pace, but whatever. An 18-year-old from Florida woman, at the base of Mount Evans. Dean Phillips, the agent in charge of the FBI office in Denver, said in a news conference. I'm glad that she killed the only person necessary for this tragedy. You know, I hate it when these guys go on a suicide run and in the process hurt or kill other people. This is how most of these nut jobs should go if they have to go at all. I'd prefer they not. I prefer that they be kept alive and prosecuted for whatever they got to do. But if she's the only life she took, I'm fine with that. That's me. That wasn't the FBI talking. That was Scribe talking.
Yeah, I've always said if you're gonna, kill yourself, just do you. Don't take anyone with you. But yeah, this girl apparently just had some real issues. She was in love with the idea of Columbine.
Pius was infatuated with the Columbine shooting and made threats as she traveled to Colorado this week, the same week as the 20th anniversary of the Columbine High School massacre, which left 13 people dead. I remember watching that live when I got home from school that day. Like it had just broken. That it was out there, and you saw the helicopter shots of all the kids marching out of the school. Yeesh. Authorities say Pace arrived Monday in Colorado and immediately bought a pump-action shotgun and ammunition. She purchased the shotgun legally at the Colorado Gun Broker, according to a post on the company's Facebook page. The gun shop is less than 2 miles from Columbine High School. The gun shop says Pace passed 2 background clearances by the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, and the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI. The post goes on to say the store had no reason to suspect she was a threat to herself or anyone else. Yeah, this is why, a locked door only keeps out an honest man.
Yeah.
But Phillips said there was no threat to a particular school. Jefferson County Sheriff Jeff Schrader said investigators don't think Pace got onto the grounds of Columbine High School in Littleton. Pace had made credible but not specific threats before and after traveling from Miami to Denver on Monday night. She also raised suspicions by purchasing one-way plane tickets for April 15th, 16th, and 17th, the agent said. Police in Florida contacted the Miami FBI office, which alerted the Denver police. So there you go. Thankfully, she didn't do any more harm than was, well, not necessary, but at least nobody else got hurt.
Right, yeah. Yeah, sorry for her family, but...
Yeah. Somebody who needed some help, but, I'm like I say. And let's see, we got one more sad story. I guess this just broke, or at least the new headline at CNN. 18-year-old college freshman dies 6 days after suspected hazing incident.
Oh, fuck.
An 18-year-old university at Buffalo student died. What?
Are you serious?
That I am reading it as it is written. New York, parentheses, CNN in the middle, dash, an 18-year-old university at Buffalo student. Okay, well, I get it now that I've read it again, but it's awkward as fuck. Died Wednesday after falling victim to a suspected hazing incident last week, his school's president said in a statement. Quote, I am deeply saddened to share with you that UB freshman Sebastian Seraphin Bazin passed away today. Our hearts go out to Sebastian's family for the devastating heartbreak they are experiencing, unquote. Seraphin Bazin was hospitalized last Friday with, quote, a serious medical condition, unquote, as a result of a possible hazing incident. Are they going to tell us what happened? Seraphin Bazin was at the Sigma Pi fraternity's off-campus house when an undisclosed incident that led to the student's injury took place. You're not going to tell us what it was?
What injury?
Yeah, they don't say. I'm scrolling to see if there's any rumors about it.
Oh, real quick, Connor Johnson, thank you so much. If you're looking for an exceptionally gorgeous animated feature, there's Michael Doduk DeWitt's 2016 fantasy drama, The Red Turtle. I cannot recommend it enough because it's truly phenomenal. There you go.
Satsu, have you heard of The Red Turtle?
Does not ring a bell.
Okay. I like turtles. Yeah, no, it just goes on to talk about how the college deplores hazing and it's not allowed, and they don't talk about exactly what happened to the kid or how he died. So yeah, that's really sad. But I'm awfully curious to know, like, what was this incident? They don't say. Okay, well, that was the breaking top story on CNN.
Huh.
Interesting. Let me make sure I don't miss anything else here. We got a couple minutes, so how about this one? A white supremacist who ran down and killed a young black man has been sentenced to life in prison. More than 2 years ago, a white man chased down a young black man in a Jeep and killed him. A judge sentenced that man, Russell Courtier, or Courter, I'm not quite sure, to life in prison for the racially motivated killing of 19-year-old Larnell Bruce Jr. He won't have the possibility of parole for another 28 years. I'm surprised he's got any possibility of parole. Courtier is a member of a gang called European Kindred. Oh, I remember those guys. I remember hearing about those guys a couple of years ago. Yeah, okay.
Never.
Which is a white supremacist prison gang based primarily in the Oregon correction system. Oh, maybe I saw it on one of those documentary prison shows or something.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember where. Yeah, no, I've heard of them before. According to the prosecution, on August 10th, 2016, Courtier and Bruce got in a physical fight outside a convenience store in Gresham, Oregon, just outside of Portland. Bruce tried to leave the area, but Courtier got into a Jeep to go after him. Authorities reviewed surveillance video showing Bruce trying to evade Courtier as he drove toward him. Police responded to a call about a hit and run involving a pedestrian and found Bruce suffering from, quote, critical injuries, unquote. The Multnomah? I don't know how to say that. A county district attorney's office said Bruce died of those injuries at a nearby hospital. Let's see. Last month, the jury found the 40-year-old Courtier guilty of murder, felony hit and run, and intimidation. In Oregon, intimidation is a hate crime. Prosecutors argue that Courtier killed Bruce because of his skin color. In a statement, prosecutor David Hannon said Courtier had no need to be part of the European Kindred gang, and his membership only, quote, stemmed from his racist desire to be a part of a brotherhood, unquote. So wait, he wanted to be part of a prison gang, racist prison gang, so he killed a guy, like an initiation, so he'd go to prison and join this gang?
I guess.
I'm trying to figure out like what the logic is there. None of that makes any sense either way, but last year, Courtier pleaded guilty to an attempted assault charge stemming from a 2015 bar fight. According to the police report, Courtier was playing pool late one night, and a man who was white called Courtier a fake Marine. Angered, Courtier struck him with a billiard ball. Courtier's girlfriend, 37-year-old Colleen Hunt, pleaded guilty last month to a count of manslaughter, as well as aiding and abetting Courtier in Bruce's murder. She admitted she let Courtier use her Jeep to chase Bruce down. Oh. She received a 10-year sentence. Wow, what a bunch of lovely people.
Jesus Christ.
Good God, what a nutbag. Okay, well, yeah, actually, like I say, I'm surprised he's getting any possibility of parole at all. He probably will never be given parole, but still. Yeah, so there you go. So long, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be all the stories that I had pulled up, plus a couple extras.
I'm sorry, I'm just seeing this thing about Brie Larson.
Oh, her Tom Cruise thing. That's so, like, I'm not gonna be Tom Cruise. I'm gonna be the first me.
Well, Entertainment Tonight tweeted out Brie Larson had the best clap back at Chris Hemsworth when he implied she did all her own stunts because she wanted to be the next Tom Cruise.
Uh-huh.
And then do clap, not clap, come clap at clap her.
Yeah.
Clap. Avengers Endgame. He was joking and she got all bitchy.
Yes. Yeah. Well, now not knowing what her reaction and his reactions was right after she said that, it's hard to tell if she was just being ridiculously sarcastic. But
perhaps, yes.
yeah, I mean, she might have been. I mean, I've been known to do melodrama. So
no way.
Yeah, I know. But I could extend to her the possibility that not knowing what happened 20 seconds after the clip ends, that she didn't start laughing at him and he started laughing because she was just being melodramatic. So I don't know. By itself, out of context, without anything surrounding it, it does look like she's just being a stuck-up bitch. But I don't.
Well, this is also the same bitch. How dare that guy at TSA ask for my phone number?
Yeah, that was funny.
So yeah, pardon me if I don't extend her the benefit of the doubt on this one.
All right. I'm just friendlier than you are.
I tend to go with experience.
Oh, I see.
No, you're more naive than I. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Guys, this brings us to a hashtag MSS News. If there's a story you'd like us to read, hit us up on the Twitter machine at hashtag MSS News. We can't get to all of them, and that's just because Brie Larson's a bitch.
Wow. Okay, then. Let's see. This one comes from Pink Hollow, the Driving Ape Man. Man dies after gun in diaper bag goes off outside Alabama Chuck E. Cheese.
Here's another fuck this guy.
This is both sad, stupid, and tragic all at the same time.
Yep.
An Alabama man has died days after he was accidentally shot outside a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant when a gun discharged inside a baby's diaper bag. AI.com quotes the Jefferson County Coroner's Office as saying Tuesday that 22-year-old Timothy Roshan Smith Jr. has died. Police in the Birmingham suburb of Vestavia Hills say Smith was preparing to change his daughter's diaper in a car outside the pizza restaurant Saturday when a gun stored in the diaper bag went off, hitting them both. Police say the girl was shot in the leg and the man in the chest. The girl's injuries weren't considered life-threatening. Lieutenant Michael Keller says investigators believe the man was searching inside the diaper bag when he hit the weapon and it fired accidentally. Why the fuck would you have a loaded gun inside the baby's diaper bag?
Because he's an idiot.
Jesus Christ.
He's an idiot, and now his daughter grows up without a dad. Good job, fuckhead.
Oh, my God. What a dipshit. Okay, well, moving on from that, this one comes from Massive Dynamics. State's attorney Kim Foxx calls Jussie Smollett, quote, washed up celeb who lied to cops in text message.
Yep.
Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx described Empire actor Jussie Smollett as a, quote, washed up celeb who lied to cops, unquote, in text messages released Tuesday by her office in response to a public records request by the Chicago Tribune. Fox compared Smollett's case to her office's pending indictments against R&B singer R. Kelly in text messages to Joseph Magatz, her top assistant, on March 8th. Quote, pedophile with 4 victims, 10 counts, washed up celeb who lied to cops, 16 counts. Just because we can charge something doesn't mean we should, unquote.
But you guys didn't. The grand jury did.
And besides, aren't you the state's attorney? Just because we can charge? Well, I suppose you have to weigh it on each thing, but it doesn't matter that those are 2 different cases, and there are laws, and both people broke those laws, or at least, allegedly, let's say. Okay. Quote, on a case eligible for deferred prosecution, I think it's indicative of something we should be looking at generally, Fox continued. On a case eligible for deferred. Yeah, it's eligible for it, but let's be honest, the crime extended far beyond the simple act at the point it became a national, quote unquote, conversation. And he was lying to cops and everything else.
Yeah. Look, she's not wrong about, she's not wrong about the charges against Kelly seeming to pale in comparison to what. She's right about that. But you know what? Prosecutorial discretion. Instead of following all 16 of those charges, only go after 4 of them, say. How about that?
Yeah, in the realm of proportionality, you're correct. sexual abuse, rape, or whatever else, molestation. All those things are far higher than just lying to the cops and setting up a fake attack. But yeah, like Monkey said, okay, you don't want to prosecute him on 16 versus the 14 that R. Kelly's facing. Yeah, do 8. Split the difference. Make him plea for it, though.
And it also depends on what the charges are. I mean, if you're only going after somebody for 1 count of murder and you got another guy on 3 counts of assault, that doesn't mean, well, we only got 1 count against the murderer. We got to let the assault guy go because it looks funny to have 3 charges against him. That's fucking retarded.
Let's see. The other stories. We talked about that one. Excuse me. If I don't lose my voice here. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. I almost had a brain freeze there for a second. Student arrested for wrestling fake alligator at Florida Mall days after trying to RKO principal.
This motherfucker needs to just become a professional wrestler. Like, he clearly wants to fight things.
A Florida teenager was arrested after video shows him taking off his shirt and jumping into a water display at a shopping mall and wrestling with a fake alligator days after the student attempted a finishing move on a school principal. Gianni Sosa Hernandez was arrested Monday after video appeared on social media showing the teen going full WWE on a life-size plastic alligator in an artificial pond at a shopping center. The footage shows Sosa Hernandez picking up the fake gator, tossing it into the water before jumping off of a rock, attempting to land an elbow onto the plastic display piece. The tough guy is then seen picking up the fake alligator and performing the finishing move known as RKO on the lifeless alligator. Quote, he pretended to wrestle an alligator and later posted the video on social media platforms. Miami-Dade Police Department. How about the Miami-Dade Police Department? Just Miami-Dade Police Department said the same. Okay. Let's see. Police said the student, quote, damaged the display alligator, which is valued at over $3,500. Really? A big plastic alligator, $3,500?
It depends on how much went into it. Yeah, so. It can be. Sure.
I guess so. Sure. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, this idiot's going to become internet famous. Watch.
Oh, he already is.
What
will he RKO next?
Let's be honest. Crying Star Wars man is more famous than he is. He'll probably try to RKO crying Star Wars man next.
You know what? He should try to RKO one of those inflatable wobbly man outside of a car dealership.
He should try to RKO Ryan. What's his name? The dude who made the move. Try that. See how it works out for you.
Oh, Randy Couture.
Maybe he can RKO a pen onto a job application.
No, it's Orton. What's his name? Orton. Never mind. Anyway.
Faithless called him Bath Salt Boy.
Bath Salt Boy.
That's awesome.
Tonka Jr.
Let's see. Did I already do one from? No, I didn't do one from. Yeah, Frosted Glass sent us a story earlier that we'd already done, so I will do this one. This one comes from Frosted Glass, as I said. Oh, it's the Mary Sue.
The Mary Sue.
Oh, boy. We've reached peak both sidesism as Time 100 honors both Christine Blasey Ford and the man she says assaulted her. The operative word being says.
With no evidence.
What's an iconic magazine to do when they're putting together their list of the most influential people and they can't decide between including a woman and her alleged abuser? Put them both in there, apparently. Yeah, because somehow putting both of them in the same publication is dangerous. The Time 100 is out today, and in the category of icons, I wouldn't even go that far for either of them personally, the magazine honored Christine Blasey Ford. Senator and presidential candidate Kamala Harris wrote her blurb. Quote, her story, spoken while holding back tears, I'm having visions of the Star Wars guy, shook Washington and the country, writes Harris. Her courage in the face of those who wished to silence her. Okay, well, Congress wasn't trying to silence her. They invited her there like 7 times or something. galvanized Americans, and her unfathomable sacrifice out of a sense of civic duty shined a spotlight on the way we treat survivors of sexual violence. We don't know that she actually was Kamala, but you're a prosecutor, so why do you care about evidence? Blasey Ford deserves to be on the list. This is Mary Sue talking. A list from the magazine that named the Silence Breakers their Person of the Year in 2017, honoring all the people who had spoken up about sexual harassment and abuse. Of Blasey Ford, Harris writes that, quote, through her courage, she forced the country to reckon with an issue that has too often been ignored and kept in the dark. Yes, because every time someone comes up with a sexual harassment claim, all we do is keep it in the dark.
Yep, we ignore all of them.
Yeah, we ignore all of it. We, as a nation and as a media, do not immediately defer to the accuser rather than to wait for the evidence. No, we never do that. We always keep it in the dark and push it under the rug. It's not only until people come out 30 years after the fact and say something, but, you know, that's their, never mind. Except then, time went and also included the man that she has accused of assaulting her. Brett Kavanaugh is the entire reason why Christine Blasey Ford had to demonstrate such courage. Is he?
Yeah.
And Time thought it was acceptable to put them both on the same list. Yes, because they both fall into the category of icons in this context.
Do they not understand what the word influential means?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think they understand what that word means.
Yeah, somebody can be a horrible person and also be influential.
That's true.
I don't know what to tell you. Someone can be awful and influence changes in the law. You ever hear of that before? I mean, you don't usually want to honor somebody who tests the legal system, let's say, and forces a change in law, but they were influential by definition. It's not something necessarily that's immediately commendable, but it is also factually accurate. Anyway. How about this one from Peter Stewart? Ontario man reports fake shooting because of missing cell phone.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Police
Canada,
say,
what's wrong with you?
how much time do you have?
Heh.
Police say a man from Burlington, Ontario is facing 2 charges after allegedly making a false 911 call. Halton Regional Police say they received a call Tuesday evening that a woman had been shot at a home on Walker's Line. They say officers and paramedics responded but found the report to be false. A 27-year-old man was arrested at the scene and charged with public mischief and conveying a false message. Police allege the man made the 911 call in order to speed up the response to his report earlier in the day of a missing cell phone.
You have to be a special kind of asshole to do some shit like that.
Well, what you need to do with that guy, okay, and I'm being totally serious here, is you need to drop all charges and seal the record. It's the only fair thing to do.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. This one comes from Cynic. The D word will be as offensive as the N word. Ooh, can you guys guess what the D word is?
I already know. I would have guessed this.
Don't say
I would have
anything.
guessed this anyway, but it's in front of me.
Okay, Satsu, what is the D word?
Shit, I don't know. I was about to say Democrats, but I'm like, why would
okay, the term disabled is insulting and should be replaced by access inclusion seekers.
Are you? No, this is a joke. This ain't real. This bullshit.
Monkey, you're now an access inclusion seeker.
I'm a cripple.
No, you're an access inclusion seeker. That's how it is.
Cripple is my pronoun.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Do you remember when disable was brought about because cripple was too offensive?
Yeah, there was cripple, there was lame, there was handicapped, and then you were just disabled, and you were like differently abled. then you were, whatever your particular situation was, challenged or something. Now it's this access inclusion seekers.
Go fuck yourselves.
Access inclusion seekers sounds like the tag along to a group of like a clique or something.
It's literally please notice me.
Yeah.
That sounds like the code name for the nerds.
Yeah.
Like they don't get invited to anything.
Let's see. Sydney Lord Mayor Clover Moore. Okay. That is a title up until you get to the last two words. So Sydney, Australia, I'm assuming.
Looks like, yeah.
So they call their mayors there Lord Mayors? That's cool. I want to be a mayor of a town in Australia now. Lord Mayor. I love that. Okay, so Clover Moore is considering a plan to normalize the term access inclusion seekers when referring to disabled people, which apparently is now supposed to be equitable to the N-word. The city council is revamping their disability policies with the council's inclusion expert advisory panel now claiming the D word may soon be as offensive as the N word. One on the panel, Mark Tonga, said using the term disabled portrays people as having, quote, less capacity and less ability, unquote.
They do.
That is literally what it means.
It is a reflection of reality, dude, by definition.
I wonder what this person, let's just say they're disabled and they're in a wheelchair and they can't walk. And because you don't want to treat them like a person who is less able, you're like, hey, could you run over there and grab that for me? What would their response be?
Oh, I love this. Disability, this is another quote. Disability is a subliminal pejorative for many. It's negative. Perhaps sooner than you think, the D word will be as offensive as the N word is now, he said. But Dr. Jeremy Samet, Center for Independent Studies Research Fellow, disagreed. He claimed that policing the language people used was unnecessary and argued issues about inclusion had been dealt with in the past. Quote, social attitudes to disability have already changed and almost no one stigmatizes and diminishes what people with disability can and should achieve, Dr. Samet said. Quote, this is the reason why there is national support for the NDIS. The term access inclusion seekers would be very patronizing, surely, when these people think of someone disabled as being like Dylan Alcott, he said. I don't know who Dylan Alcott is. It must be an Australian joke. Anyway, yeah, go jump in a river or something, if you're able to. If you're able to jump in a river, go jump in a river.
Thank you, Terry Diamandis. The D word? Digger?
Yes.
Oh, Terry. Hey, Terry, who's that Alcott dude?
Yeah, who's the Alcott? What's the joke? What's the punchline there?
But okay, I have to talk about that for a minute. If you don't think disabled people have disabilities, what do you think that disabled means?
Not only that, do you want people to stop using the word disabled, but want to keep receiving benefits of a disabled person? Well, like the programs and the benefits that disabled people give, receiving those should make you feel like you're less able, right? Because somebody is extending extra help to you. You should not want that.
One of the most black-pilling experiences of my life came very early on when I saw George Carlin talking about this very fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Changing the words you use to describe it doesn't change what it is. No matter what you call somebody without legs, they still don't have fucking legs. Calling them access inclusive seeking individual does not give them back their fucking legs.
No, a limb deficient person.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes, how about a limb deficient person?
Well, deficient is still technically a negative word, Scribe.
That's true, Scribe.
It invokes negative emotion.
It's a limb-seeking individual.
There you go.
No. Okay, a monkey. Monkey is a stare-averse person, a sap.
I'm a cripple. I'm a fucking cripple.
I thought Sap was funny.
Sap is hilarious.
Yeah, stare averse person.
It's funny. Jim Healis just tweeted me part of that Carlin thing.
Good. It's a classic.
Jim and me were right there. Yeah, seriously, that had a profound impact on my life when I heard them. Like, that's true. They keep changing all these words to make them sound nicer, but it doesn't change anything.
Terry says Dylan Alcott is a wheelchair basketball player. Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, sorry, I don't mean to keep. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah. We'll do one more. Ooh, one from Miss Slim 1. We haven't heard from Miss Slim in a while, so we'll do this one. Excuse me while I get my voice back. Teen molested by Catholic school teacher gets record $8 million settlement from the Los Angeles Archdiocese.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles has agreed to pay $8 million to a teenager who was sexually abused by the athletic director at her Catholic high school, who had continued to work despite prior allegations of misconduct. A court finalized the settlement last week of a negligence lawsuit, said David Ring, an attorney for the teenager. The Archdiocese has paid out more than $740 million in sexual abuse settlements over the past 15 years. Ring said the $8 million is the largest payment to a single individual in any of the cases. Quote, the Archdiocese recognizes that there was serious harm done to the life of the victim/survivor, the Archdiocese said in a statement. We hope that the settlement will allow her to heal and move forward with her education and lifetime goals. She doesn't have to have any goals anymore.
Right.
She also deserves it, too. The Archdiocese apologizes for the impact that this caused in her life. So I'm assuming the Archdiocese is not going to appeal them. Juan Ivan Barajas, or Barajas? Barajas. Barajas, a health teacher and athletic director at San Gabriel Mission High School, began having sex with the girl, then 15, in 2016, and eventually kidnapped her.
Jesus.
He took her to Las Vegas after his wife discovered evidence of the abuse on his cell phone. After 5 days on the run, Barajas was arrested and the girl was rescued. Barajas, now 38, pleaded guilty to felony statutory sexual seduction and was sentenced to 6 years in prison. The lawsuit alleged that the Archdiocese failed to take action despite repeated complaints of misconduct by Barajas involving other students at the all-girls school. Quote, you had months of complaints about this individual, yet nothing was done, Ring said in an interview with the Associated Press. There are parents who made complaints. There are other girls who made complaints, who are all now filing similar lawsuits against the church for sure.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, there you go, guys. Your MSS news for the day.
Yeah, thanks for the submissions, guys. Sorry we can't get to all the stories, but you guys send so much. It's awesome. That brings us on to the YouTube's time. And Satsu, as per tradition, we're starting with you.
Well, I made a lot of progress on my channel intro for Fam 2 Cents. I'm almost done. I'm just having some issues clipping stuff properly. But I was working on that today. I started getting my files and stuff together to start editing the video for the food that I made the other night, last night. The ribs, the mac and cheese, and the baked beans or whatever. So I put all that stuff into Camtasia, but I didn't start editing it. I just kind of prepped it so that way I can start editing it. Other than that, I left the house to go take care of the other house apartment a little bit this morning, and I've just been kind of chilling out.
Cool. Scribbles, what'd you work on?
I watched a lot of corporate diversity and inclusion videos today.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, it was joyful, just joyful. I was just looking around to see if I heard anything that was new and exciting to tickle my brain, so to speak. I did come across an odd one, though, and I need you guys to tell me if this is an anomaly. So I came across this 4-minute long corporate diversity and inclusion video. I'm not going to say the corporation because I may still do a video on it, and I want to keep it a surprise. But it's a well-known company. And the video had 118,000 views. It was posted all of like maybe a day or two ago. And yet there were only 2 comments, something like 9 likes and 7 dislikes for 118,000 views. So do you think it's a bunch of lazy viewers who just aren't interested, or a bunch of fake pumped up views?
Well, the other option is they could be going through and scrubbing stuff they don't like.
I guess that is also possible. It just seemed very odd to me. It wasn't a video that had been up that long, so maybe they were monitoring it or something. But I was just like, why?
How long has it been up?
Like I say, I mean, I think a day or 2, not that long.
They may have also had comments and stuff turned off when they first posted it.
I guess, but there were 2 present, and they seemed to be in line with when the video was posted, like it said, comment posted a day ago or something. So I don't know. I just found it really odd. I may do a video on it just because some of the things the guy says is predictably stupid, or at least weird. I'm always fascinated by these things because it is rare that they ever get into specifics about what they mean when they talk about hiring for diversity. They always very couched language, very sort of roundabout ways of saying things. They always use people of different backgrounds, people of different experiences. Also, we have too many white men here. And that's about as far as they go. And I'm always just dumbfounded why the notion of this stuff does not immediately engage with employment law and the EEOC.
In chat, they're talking about if it was embedded or watched through a portal, then you can't comment or like. That's true as well.
Oh, this is right on YouTube, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you saw it on YouTube. That doesn't mean they don't have it embedded in like a company page.
Yeah, I guess that's true. If they tweeted it out and went to the okay, I guess that might be the possibility. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, there's reasons it can happen, but that is very, very fishy. Okay. Very fishy. Even with the portal, man, that's a lot of fucking views without people finding the actual video.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily. I wasn't going to make a video on that anomaly. I just thought it was odd, but
it is odd.
I don't know if it's something worth commenting about otherwise. But anyway, so there was that. Elsewise, I didn't really get anything else done because, like I said, I had a company lunch today, and that took up I had our weekly meeting, then we had the company lunch right after. So like 3.5 hours of my day was dealing with work stuff elsewise. So. But otherwise, just a reminder that this Sunday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be interviewing Corey Suzuki about how to survive brain cancer, or at least Corey's story on how to survive brain cancer, which I'm very glad I can talk to him about. Otherwise, yeah, that's about that. And I've also got a couple other familiar with the matters potential coming up. I may have to skip my schedule a little bit on putting those out. I'm going to be visiting my parents some weekend in the near future, which may throw off that. I'll let you guys know. So yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, let's see. I actually went to sleep last night instead of doing a monkey in the morning in the 2-ish time. So I woke up and did it this morning. And went over all the fucketry you guys missed last night, so check that out. I think I went on for about an hour covering everything that we missed and some that we talked about. But it's just there was so much yesterday. Those are my favorite monkey in the mornings to do because then I know what I'm going to talk about. And yeah, if you want to hear me just bitch for a straight hour, watch this morning's monkey in the morning. I didn't do anything else after that because I watched some videos for a while and played some video games till Lady Monkey was ready to go out, and then we went out. And then I got home, and even though I had plenty of sleep, my body was like, we're done. And so I went and took a nap.
What'd you end up having for lunch?
I was actually disappointed. We went to Ruby Tuesdays because I wanted a salad bar. And salad bar was great, but then I was there, I'm like, I'm going to get the ribs. And I'm like, no, I want a steak. I haven't had one of those in a long, long time. And the steak they brought me was really fatty.
Oh, no.
I don't like fatty steak. It's something my dad would have loved. He'd have chomped that whole goddamn thing down.
Wait, are you body shaming your steak?
Yes,
Oh,
it was fat.
God. Monkey.
And I don't get to go out that often, so I was supremely disappointed. But I got my salad bar, so I was okay.
All right.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of little cords I need for my computer, and other than that, it wasn't. I mean, it was just fun to get out of the house. Got to see a couple of really old friends I haven't seen. I actually ran into one as we were leaving Walmart, so that was nice. And almost cried in the store, y'all, because my leg hurts so bad. I'm like, I need to start wearing sunglasses in public.
Oh, monkey.
That's beautiful. Well, it's almost summertime, so it won't look so weird, right?
I guess.
No, I just need to get out more. It's going to suck. It's going to hurt, but I need to do it so it's not, so it doesn't suck and hurt so much.
If you get out more, that's going to totally destroy your YouTube cred, dude.
I know. Well, what I'm going to do, summer's coming, so at the very least, I'll go out and walk around my driveway.
Okay.
I know that sounds stupid to you healthy folk, but to somebody like me, just walking around in a few circles is more than I get. So, yeah, I'll do something like that. But, yeah, Moonshock just threw his link in there. Guys, check that out. If you can donate, please do so. No game stream tonight, guys. Don't forget that this weekend, well, yeah, I guess it's this weekend. Sunday and Monday's schedules kind of flipped, or not Sunday, Saturday and Monday's schedules are flipped. On Saturday, instead of being on my channel, we will be on Satsu's channel because 420 is Satsu's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Monday, which is 422, we're going to be on my channel, which is my birthday. So guys, don't forget to mark that on your calendars. Don't be surprised when it happens. That brings us on to the fucketry times. Satsu, you see any fucketry today?
I did see a post about one of the topics we were just talking about, the Blasey Ford and what's his face. There are people bitching about it over on Twitter, of course. But instead of saying alleged, they're the people who are tweeting about it's like he abused her. Why would you put him in the same blah blah blah? And I'm just like, allegedly. Also, influential doesn't always mean good. But then, like I said, for some reason, just like I was having a conversation with somebody on Facebook around the time that Trump was on Time Magazine as what was it? I think it was like the most influential person or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that he got on there because y'all won't shut the fuck up about him, right? Like, y'all are the reason he's on there. Like, you're complaining, like, how could they put such a disgusting person on there? I'm like, have you gone in the past, like, 365 days, one day without uttering his name? And they're just like, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably why. Influential doesn't always mean good. But y'all won't shut the fuck up about him. So he's always in the news. He's always in your mouth. And as a matter of fact, he's so much always in your mouth that some dumb bitch got his name tattooed on her bottom lip.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's right.
She was like, that'll show him. Now he will be inside of my mouth for the rest of my life. That'll learn him. And I'm just like, yes. Yeah, that'll teach him.
Yeah. Let me immortalize my enemy by having his name inscribed on my body.
Yes. So every time I get intimate with anybody for any reason, like, he's going to be involved.
Give Donald a kiss.
Jesus.
Terry Diamana says, Monkey and Satsu should permanently switch nights so the order goes MSS like the hashtag. Well, it actually does go like that. Our days just start on Saturday, or our weeks start on Saturday. Sorry, did you have anything else?
That was pretty much it. Like, everything else that I've seen has been related to stories we've talked about today.
All right. Scribbles.
I think the only fucketry I saw today was Star Wars guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was about it. But the only thing that kind of jumped out at me was just before the stream started, somebody tweeted out an article or something complaining about how all these rich people are donating all this money, and now there's like $1 billion or more already built up in funding for repairing the cathedral at Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, oh, you know, with the rich donating all this money to this cathedral, what about the poor? And I'm like, it's their money.
Also, you could still donate to them.
Yeah, nothing's stopping you from doing so. I'm not saying the poor don't deserve support or anything, but in this instance, if they want to donate it to rebuilding the church and it's their money to spend, they can spend it however they want. What's that anyway? You're trying to make a moral case out of it. It's like, oh, well, this church doesn't deserve it. We should think about the lesson. Yeah, no, I get it. I understand, but that's
oh my god,
beside the point. So anyway,
people kill me with that shit.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, thank you for the $1 with no comment. I appreciate that. And
Like,
hi,
Karen,
Prospero. I'm sorry.
no, I was just about to say, like, look, Karen, you went to the fucking grocery store yesterday and your refrigerator's full of food. What about the poor? Stupid bitch.
Prospero's on vacation. I hope you're having fun, sweetie. I hope you're staying safe. You know, about that same topic there, Scribbles. I don't know if you have more. We'll come back to you in a second.
No, that's about it.
Because I saw something about this. I don't know if you guys noticed, but last night Flint was trending.
Flint, Michigan?
Yeah.
Was it about the thing or?
Wait, yeah. Yeah.
Flint and Puerto Rico were both trending.
Oh, because Trump was talking about sending support to the cathedral when it's like, well, what about Flint? What about Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I actually went and looked. At this point, just in infrastructure rebuilding, the United States has given Puerto Rico $5 billion. That's just roads, communication, electricity. That's not counting any of the food stuff. But to these people, since Trump has decided that, you know, we'll help rebuild Notre Dame if needed, obviously we haven't done anything for the Puerto Ricans.
$5 billion over what time period? Just curious.
That was by August of 2018.
Well, I know, but like within Trump's presidency?
Yeah, well, yeah,
okay.
This has all happened under Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, it took something like 6 months for Puerto Rico to get their first billion.
Okay.
Yeah, to date they've got over $11 billion in aid, and somebody told me last night, I think they have like 80 billion waiting from the year that's been sent to them approved through the UN. So it's not like nobody's giving Puerto Rico any money, but these assholes are what about the whataboutism, man? It depends. It's amazing when whataboutism matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you only can worry about one thing at a time.
Yeah,
18, I guess. That's how it is. You don't get to pick multiple things, which is why they push intersectionality.
Oh yeah, right.
Wrap your mind around that shit for a second.
Yeah, you always have something to complain about with intersectionality.
Yeah, but you can only be mad at one thing at a time,
and none of it can ever be solved because it's all intertwined.
Well, it's just that. Oh God, look, I am not broken up about Notre Dame. I've mentioned this. This is actually part of what started a huge argument on my show the other night. If it completely disappeared, I think Western civilization would go on. No. I understand the historical relevance of it and everything, but shit'll go on. But if people want to get together and rebuild it because they do see it as this amazing historical piece that needs to be preserved, cool. I'm not against it. I just don't think it much matters either way. But to say because people are supporting that, they're like, well, they obviously don't care about those brown people.
Exactly. For all the rich people all the rich people that are donating to Notre Dame. Well, I need you to assess for me how much they've donated in charity elsewise. If they've donated nothing, I guess you can make individual complaints against them and their priorities, but at the same time, it would still be their money. So get a life.
There was I wish I had saved this one. I saw it earlier. Somebody asked Beto O'Rourke.
Oh no.
Yeah, because several of these people, these Democrats, have come out and their taxes have come out. And again, I don't think they should have to put them out, but since they are, it's perfectly okay to look at them and ask questions. This person asked Beto, look, my sister, she works some, low wage job and she doesn't have much money, blah, blah, blah. And yet she pays a higher percent of her income to charity than you do. How do you explain that?
Oh, white privilege.
No, his answer was fucking dumber than that.
Oh no.
A lot of the work I do can't really be figured out, can't be what's the word I'm looking for?
Calculated.
Thank you.
What? He didn't say that.
Including, hang on, yes he did, including saying, like, right now I'm away from my wife and children. To be here talking to you all.
Oh.
And he says some of the money we give to charity is recorded, some of it's not. Quantified, that's the actual word. Thank you, Faithless and Prospero.
He's just so awesome that he defies the laws of calculation.
Like, I am here with you guys instead of with my wife and kids. Can you believe being out on the campaign trail, bringing in millions from people who make hundreds and actually considering that to be charity, you fuckstick?
That is something else.
And this guy has a good chance to be the DNC nominee, guys. Have you seen his crowds?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Little college white boys all across the country love him.
Apparently, he was as popular as people are saying. Because you remember when we were first starting, like, who the fuck is saying this dude is popular? Like, why?
Well, he's a product of their making. He's popular because they talked about him.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Not the other way around. This isn't a grassroots thing. This isn't Bernie Sanders. And I don't like Bernie Sanders, but nobody can take it from him that he started and people just came to him. It wasn't that everybody was like, Bernie, Bernie, Bernie. No, Bernie came out of the blue. Yeah, where Beto, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say, I guess you got to consider the mindset of those type of people too, who are just like, they're telling us this person is famous, so I guess we should follow him.
Yeah. Just like so many celebrities these days that I hear, like, what was Billie Eilish or whatever, this singer? She's all over the place, and I'm told, like, oh my god, her new album's come out. It's an amazing thing. I've never heard of this person. I don't care. Amy Schumer is the greatest comedian ever. I've never seen any of her stuff. Why is she famous? What was that? Hannah Gatsby.
Hannah Gatsby, the best comedian out right now.
Yeah, she's the future of comedy, and like, I've never heard of her before. And then I listened to her stuff, and I'm like, no, please, God, don't let this be the future of comedy. It's like, I keep being told things are true, even though I have no evidence provided me that they're actually true.
Well, remember, Hannah Gatsby is not just a great comedian; she's the greatest of our time.
Yes,
I have been told this repeatedly, so it has to be true.
True, yeah. Just like toxic masculinity is real, etc., etc.
Jungle, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but I sent you the link in case you want to come hang out. It's no pressure, my friend. No pressure. The other thing with all of this stuff about the Mueller report coming out tomorrow, this was actually a reply on that Elijah Cummings tweet that I read earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I have a tickle in the back of my throat that keeps making me cough.
Oh.
Anyway, this person who goes by the name Carol Dix responded this. This is, let me read the original tweet again. Remember, this is about the White House having conversations with the Department of Justice. This is what Elijah Cummings said about that. I almost said Elijah Wood. This is outrageous. The AG is supposed to be an independent beacon of truth and justice. Instead, Barr is debasing the rule of law, degrading our democratic institutions, and decimating any trust the American people have left in this administration. Junko!
Monkey!
How are you doing?
Lord Christ.
Wonderful hearing your dulcet, sexy tones. Thank you, sir.
You sound a little stuffed up. You okay?
I'm actually a little bit stuffed up. More than that, it's quite late here, so I've got to be a little bit quiet.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That'll keep.
But no, I
Skittles.
do have a cold. Thank you for noticing. Thank you.
Well, I'm a fan of your voice, so I
Wait.
I
You
picked up.
sound-
wow.
You
He'll
can
do
notice that
anything to get into
Drunkle
my
has a
phone.
cold, but you don't notice when Gutenberg's completely plastered.
Gutenberg always sounds plastered.
Oh,
You
hey
don't notice
Gutenberg.
when Scribe isn't even here.
Oh.
Yeah, Drunkle, you sound a little more like a potato than usual.
Oh.
That is because I'm a proper vegetable, mate, as opposed to you being a fruit.
Oh, shit.
You calling me a tomato, bitch?
No, not a tomato, bitch. More of an orange.
Um,
I don't know. You seem high in citric acid.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
How you doing, boys? Scribe, been a while, mate. Satsu, even longer. How you doing, gents?
Hello.
What up, Dad?
Is that how we say hello now? Is it okay? Right, I'm black, guys.
Yeah, well, we're we won the war. We can
I
say
didn't
hello
even-
however we want.
I didn't even bring that up, but I mean, it's
Well,
a weird
I
flex.
can't help
yeah,
but bring
fine,
it up.
Fine, yes.
wait, who has a birthday? Did I miss another birthday, or are we saying happy birthday to?
Didn't you say
Nuts
somebody
Guy?
had a birthday that were waiting for them to arrive?
Well, I didn't know if he was going to be on, coming to the chat or not. Jacob Navajo, however you say his name.
Oh, Navajo, yeah, good lad, good lad.
Yeah, he is, and it's his birthday. But like I said, I sung to both of them this morning. I'll sing to
shit,
them if they're
really?
here. Yeah. Anyway, back to we're going through fucketry here, Drunkle.
Oh, I'm used to that, sir. You carry on. I'm just happy to be here.
Right.
I'm publishing a video. I'm gonna be as quiet as a mouse.
Who
Scribe.
believes that?
This silence
Okay.
says everything.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
So we're responding
Shut
to
the fuck
Elijah
up.
Cummings' bullshit remark there. Miss Carol Dick says, "This is corruption. We are supposed to have
Hold on.
Yes.
Carol Dick.
dicks with an S."
Yes,
Yeah,
multiple
that's
dicks.
better than
Plural.
one dick. That's
Yeah. Carol likes her dicks.
of course she. Okay, all right. I'm all right. As long as we all know about that. You. All right.
Okay. She said, "This is corruption. We're supposed to have checks and balances." I've seen checks and balances thrown around all over Twitter today. And
Yeah.
I don't think people understand how that works.
It's a weird saying, isn't it? It's like about 4 or 5 months ago, everyone was saying, "Do you really want to die on that hill?" Do you remember
Well,
that one?
Yeah. I still like that phrase, but people used it way too sparing.
Yeah, I love a hill.
Yeah, but you don't want to die on one. You want to die at the bottom of
Well,
one.
I mean, if I had a choice.
I mean, if you die at the top, you might roll down, end up in some funky position. They assumed it was
You could
autoerotic
end up in like
asphyxiation.
in a school though, as well. I mean, you got to pick your chances here, bud.
Indeed. Dante, thank you so much. I'm either too drunk for Scribe and Drunken Uncle together or not drunk enough. Either way, I'm grabbing another beer.
Fuck me, Dad's hair got your back, son. Let's do
I'm
it.
keeping
Me
relatively
and you together.
quiet. Just
That's what Drunkle said too.
Yeah. I
No,
know.
Scribe, don't do that. Embrace me.
I don't
Embrace,
know
I'm
where
your
you've been.
brother.
No, you.
Come on.
Yeah. Maybe
I've
when your
also
country,
scribed things.
maybe when your country gets fluoride, but until then,
Oh,
That's a bit harsh. Oh,
that's a
oh,
low
I know.
blow.
maybe
Besides,
when your country gets a
well,
real democracy.
it's the only level at which I blow, monkey.
Do you know how hard it is to get licenses for fluoride?
Do you know how hard it is to get a license for wanking? Very difficult.
Yeah,
I heard that
especially
was
where
put
you
on
are.
hold, man.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing that's getting held.
Wah wah.
They put the porn licenses on hold because they couldn't figure out how to do it.
I think it was actually because they proposed it on April the 1st. And they just went, actually, no, we should leave it.
Ah,
a
it was
couple
just a
weeks."
joke, y'all.
No, seriously, I believe that happened.
Checks and balances, guys. It refers to the checks and balances each of the branches of government, or chambers, as AOC might say, have on each other.
Yes.
There's nothing weird about the Justice Department talking
I
to
Carry on,
their
yeah.
boss.
It's the
You guys-
timing.
You're
don't
good,
have
Satsu.
checks and
You're-
balances
you're
over there,
good.
do you,
You're good.
Drunkle?
We're having a good time, me and Satsu. We're just sat right, but we're at the back of the bus. We're call's in trouble.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what I never understood about the back of the bus thing? Because we learned about that when I was like, we're getting into middle school and stuff. I mean, we'd heard a little bit about it when we were in elementary school.
Yeah.
But when I was in middle school, everybody wanted to ride on the back of the bus.
That was where the cool kids sat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And we're like, why didn't the black people want to sit back there?
But
I guess
do
it's
you not notice any correlation between like those who wanted to be cool and those who were thick as fuck? Like, what, stupid as fuck? I shouldn't say thick. That means different things in America.
Yes, it does.
thick means thick.
My bad, Satsu.
You talk about squishy?
No, there was a correlation between those who wanted to be cool and those who just didn't really take to any academic subject.
Yeah.
Hey, I always sat at the back of the bus, and I was a good student.
Yeah, back at a short bus. I understand the lingo.
Oh,
Oh, I never rode the short bus. I always wanted to. I figured that the retarded girls would be easier to hit
It's
on.
probably because you got to ride your
Oh.
wheelchair to school.
Monkey
I
was a
wasn't
junior JF.
Crippled then.
You're mentally crippled.
Thank you. I was just, mate, if I'd have finished sipping my beer second day. Well done. Well done.
How you been, Drunkle? We haven't had you on the show for a while.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, mate. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it was to Scribe's chagrin, as it were, but that's because me and Scribe get along so well.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't like someone coming in, bouncing off him like a fucking trampoline. But I'm glad to be back on the Lords of the Night. Hey, been a while.
We're glad to have you back. It's sad you have to be quiet.
Ish.
I feel like I
No,
need to
it's
turn
not.
it up. No, look, he's still talking a lot. He's quieter than
I
usual.
have to talk quiet. I can still
Right.
talk. I just have to do it, on a
He
level.
can still talk.
I can still
You sound like
make
Peppa
puddles.
Pig when you say talk. I was going to say something. Oh, guys, if you're not subscribed to Drunken Uncle, you need to be. I watched your
you
video
gotta
the
do
other
that.
day.
You got to do
When
that.
the one where you were doing the poetry.
Oh, the fat rhyme?
The fat rhyme. Oh my God, dude.
That's the thing about me. Like, if someone does something in a poem, I'm not letting a hippo with a rhyming dictionary outshine me.
Oh,
Fuck
and
no.
you did so well in that. Guys, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Fucking
It took ages. Normally I aim for my minutes to be about fucking 12 to 14 minutes long. This one was 6.5 minutes. I couldn't do anything else with it. But I put so much work into it. I was sat there. I got to rhyme something with obese, and I go off and I make a pot of coffee. And by the time I came back, I still couldn't do it because nothing rhymes with obese. Everyone's doing it now. Everyone's thinking, what rhymes with obese?
Yep. You know it. It's
Yeah. Oh,
coming.
come on, Satsu. You're meant to be a rapper. You got this.
Coachies.
Well, trust the
Coachies?
fucking whitest guy I know to go for cheese.
Yeah. No, coachies.
Coachies.
No, not coachies. No, it doesn't happen. I worked so hard on that video. It's only at 5,500 views, which is heartbreaking for the amount of effort.
That's
I put
all you
into
got
it,
for. Oh, that one's.
but that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
That one is beautiful. And if you guys haven't watched it, go watch it and share it with all your friends.
Go
Appease.
watch it.
Hang on, we got some good suggestions here.
Release.
What's that,
Depending on how you
random American
enunciate
saying
it.
meese? What's that? The plural of mice?
Mises?
Oh no, Devil Fruit Zero's got geese. Yeah, but I mean,
Niece.
look, am I going to call someone a geese? Devil Fruit Zero.
Well,
Think it through.
Midnight in Exile has Ham Beast. I mean, if you
That's
say
actually
it right,
pretty
you
good.
can make that rhyme.
Yeah. You got to make sure it scans. But yeah, all right.
Cool Breeze, Appease.
So you got like so you're so fat you're considered obese, and you're so fat your body's up for lease. Thank you,
go.
Check Your Logic. Thank you for that.
But yeah, guys, seriously, check it. You actually went places in there because I'm like, okay, I think I know where this is going to end, and you're like phew, off to left field, and yeah, you had me laughing the whole time.
Do you know? I watched it with I said, "All right, Bear. Hey, I've just released this video. Do you want to watch it with me?" And he went, "Yeah, all right." So we set up a My Circle because we do it now and again. Oh, Devil Fruit Zero's got Grease. Oh, how did I miss that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good, yeah. Grease lightning. I don't know. So if I could, so I set up this My Circle, and we were watching it, and he was laughing every now and again. But then, more than often than not, he just went, "Mate, this is really fucking dark."
Yeah, some of it is. That's what I like about you.
That's what I do. I just aim to please you, monkey. That's actually not far from the truth. When I'm scripting a video, I think, would Monkey like this? And if you do, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably all right then.
That's probably a bad way to get YouTube to love you, though.
That's why I've only got 5.5 views. Not that.
I want to talk briefly about this article I read just a little
Whack
while
it
ago.
out. Do it for me, buddy. Let's
I don't have it in front of me.
See it through, true.
It was from the New York Post. It's about stay-at-home dads.
Oh no.
It's about me.
Yes, it is. And
Whoa, you're a dad?
I'm about to be.
he's going to be.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I remember. Yeah.
That's why he's moving soon. And
Well, I mean, you're not a
Squishy's
dad,
not.
are you? You're a potential dad.
Right.
he's a dad to be.
There's every chance something could go wrong. Don't start
Well, you
ringing
know
that
what?
bell just yet, you know?
I try to keep a realistic mind about that, but anytime I bring the possibility of that, Squishy's like, "Shut your fucking mouth," and I'm just
That's
like,
right.
"But
Don't
just
jinx
saying.
it. Don't.
I
jinx
I'm
still
not
think-
trying to."
I still think he's going to have twins. I don't care
No,
what that
somehow.
doctor said.
Somehow.
I don't care what that doctor said. Look, sometimes twins hide behind other twins.
Well, maybe it's a two-headed one
It's like,
body.
it's like an eclipse.
It's Siamese twins.
They're black. Maybe they're not showing up.
Oh.
you know what?
Well, hold on.
How
it's a
fucked
doctor-
up would it be? How
it's a
fucked up
doctor
would that
looking
be?
for him, not police. What's the
I'm
matter
just
with you?
saying. No, if it was police, they'd have found his ass. But they would have definitely found that baby. No, but like, what if one came out light skinned and the other came out dark?
That would be
Well, then
awesome.
your wife
that-
is- Squishy's
and that's what I
obviously
couldn't
cheating
find
on
it.
you then, didn't she?
Ooh, ooh.
No,
And
have
then
you seen Squishy?
No, you need triplets, and one needs to be kind of pinkish, and then you can have Neapolitan kids.
Satsu
Squishy
had
is
twins, but
Neapolitan.
only one of them was his.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so we had a black baby, a white baby, and a baby with no skin.
You're having triplets now.
It's a ginger.
Ow.
It didn't show up because there's no soul.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's a
that's
vampire.
good.
There's
That's
no
very
reflection. Yeah.
But anyway, most of the articles, yeah, okay, stay-at-home dads are on the rise. Over the last, I think it's 30 years, they've gone from 10% of the population to 17% of the population.
Do you know, here's the thing, right? Now, I'm sure there's an actual thing about that. I'm going to put that down to lack of spirituality in modern culture, you know?
Well, like the one guy, his wife is a lawyer and he had been like an artist or something.
Yeah.
That just makes sense. Let her go to work.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant single dads. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no. These
My
are
mistake.
stay-at-home dads with a working spouse.
Of course. All right.
And I didn't mind much of the article because, it was just, okay, it was actually pretty positive for most of it until
Until
I had to read about the dads who were upset that there weren't more male-inclusive child groups.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Oh,
really?
man. I mean, that is such a gay thing to do. Nothing against the gays, but that is homosexual as fuck.
What I say, Drunkle, is it's not the good kind of gay where it's two guys fucking. It's the gay.
Yeah.
That is
it's
the
like
gay
fancy gay.
Uh,
That's so bad. Like, oh, for fuck. I mean,
Now, the one guy,
oh, fuck.
he's like, there's not this thing, so I'm going to make it a thing. And he made it a thing. And there's actually he's got national chapters now of his group. Good for him.
Oh, sounds like a
Okay.
cult, but whatever.
Indeed. The other ones, though, they're just bitching. The girls won't let me come hang out with them. Like, be a man, bitch. I realize you're a stay-at-home dad, but that didn't mean you got the vagina, too.
To be honest, look, if I was raising a kid, as a stay-at-home father, I'd much rather a load of parents were away from me because if I had a son, I would throw him around like a bag of sand.
Yeah. You don't
Just
want
like
moms
I
to
was
see
when
how.
I was little, There's not going to be any kind of like, oh, make sure he's got his seatbelt on, wearing a safety helmet. No, get up that tree, you little fucker, because I'm coming after you, and if I find your feet, I'm going to bite them.
My son-in-law will take my granddaughter and throw her up in the air like a pizza.
Yes.
And my
Hang on, like a
wife,
pizza.
yeah, just
Well, like
actually.
you stuck her in the oven afterwards, which she's
No,
Jewish.
we stop and we tell her she's not Jewish.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, there you go.
But my
Oh,
wife and
boy.
daughter have to be taken out of the room when this happens. And leave them alone. They're fine. They're
You
they're
have
just
to be
playing.
rough with kids. They're
Yeah.
supple. They're like elastic. There was my uncle used to when he had his younger nephew. When the kid he was having a tantrum would just go face floor on the ground, and he'd just come along and just pick him up by the back of the shirt and carry him like a suitcase.
Nice.
Right, but one time he was doing that, he actually dislocated the kid's shoulder. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was like 2. The kid didn't know what the fuck was happening. My uncle, the father, was so fucking distraught. Like, I can't, oh, my dad, how could I fucking do that, you know? Correct answer is very fucking easily. Their bones are made out of milk at this point. Throw them around.
Yes, absolutely.
Show them some bloody fun. That's what being a kid's all about, isn't it? It's getting thrown around. It's having fun with the people that are titans compared to you. Get me up in the air. Let me touch a bloody sun.
Yep, throwing kids around, the favorite pastime at Mall of America.
Just don't do it by a ceiling fan.
Most of the Middle East as well.
No.
Well, it depends if it's his daughter or not.
Holy shit.
What?
I have to share a video with y'all. I was watching this as Drunko was talking.
Oh, I'm so glad I managed to hold your attention.
No, I heard what you were saying, and I was enjoying it. Okay, you have to see. Look at the video,
like my
and then
dad who didn't throw me around, you know.
Well, like your dad, I don't want to talk to you
threw
either.
Me down the stairs instead.
It's been pointed out that it is chat time. So around this time, Drunko, we let the chat start asking us questions, and we sometimes pay attention to what they ask us.
I'm well aware of the format, sir. I'm totally there with you.
And yet you break it so often.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Guys, chat time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now, and we will do our best to answer your questions, respond to your comments, and love you like you need to be loved.
Whoa.
I caress you on your right cheek, not your left, because that one is scarred from that fire you almost died in.
That's right, and nobody wants to touch that. Drunken Uncle, when is your next Riley video?
Oh shit! I was actually the reason I was watching The Lord of the Night right now is because I was publishing a video, and very very soon, basically. I just got to give it a proof watch. If anything's fucked up, I got to go back and fix it. But other than that, I'll be uploading it and done.
There you go. Drunken Uncle, stop bitching. Make shitty videos every day, and sometimes can't even break 10K views. What?
I don't make shitty videos every day. Like once a week.
Uncle's videos are fucking awesome.
Yeah, plus that as well. Yeah. I mean, I was more worried about the time aspect of it. But yeah, thank you for defending me then.
I say this a lot, and I'm one of those people who likes to be the funniest guy in the room. So it actually, shut up. It pains me a little bit. It pains me a little bit to say this, but you are the funniest motherfucker on YouTube.
Oh, that's because you don't know a lot of people.
No, I watch a lot of. No, stop being self-deprecating.
No. Thank you very much for saying that, mate. That is really gay.
It is. But I consistently laugh at your shit more than and belly laughs where I have to stop and go back to see what I missed.
I think that's just because we're both equally as bad as each other, to be honest.
He's channeling your self-esteem, Satsu.
Not everyone gets everyone's humor, you know. It's like within this genre, typically we can all like say, you know, like if Bearing makes a joke, we can generally laugh about it, right? But then when Satsu makes a joke when I watch his video, something delightfully dark, oh, do I laugh? Monkey, when you do it, fuck me, you've made me cackle. Scribe, you are one of the cleverest people I've known on this fucking in this particular genre.
Oh. Scribe, see, now I'm just going to suck up to the guys on the panel. Scribe's sarcasm.
Whoa.
I said suck up, not suck off. I just want to make sure you guys heard me right.
I thought I was coming on for free.
Thin line. But go ahead.
Let me put this away then. Sorry.
Proceed in praising me.
Drunko, I said this the other day. I wish the people that Scribe made his videos about had to listen to Scribe say that shit.
But
because he is so
wonderfully
sarcastic.
Don't you wish that the person you make the response video about would watch it?
No. The people you make response videos about, I hope they never see it because I'm pretty sure they'll shoot themselves.
Oh, I get them a lot. They don't shoot themselves. They come after me.
Yeah. You're hard. Scribe does it in a way where they would have to go, oh my God, I'm a moron. Because he lays
Scribe
it.
just comes out and goes, hey, I'm black. You can't say shit.
No, he's like, okay, so this is what you're, and he just leaves it hanging out there, and it is so sarcastic and beautiful. It's just like they should have to watch this for the every day for the rest of their fucking lives.
He is. You are pretty good, Scribe. I'll give you that, mate.
How gay am I for Drunkle? About 3/4.
Well, yeah, pretty gay. Oh, 3/4, 2/3, something in between.
We had questions. I forgot we're on question time.
That was.
Frost,
I'm sorry. I did exactly the thing that I wasn't gonna do. My bad.
I believe that was my fault that time. Monkey, can you let chat know
let's not discuss that.
There was a Jackbox Games on Jack Gunsky's channel last night, so they've already missed it. There you go. I've told them. Who will be better, Browns or Chargers? The Chargers, man. The Browns suck.
Yeah, anything's better than brown.
Although my Chargers have switched to their powder blues for this season.
No, mine are all USB. Don't. I'm your guest. You got to treat me well.
Have I not been very quiet?
You don't have to be quiet.
I know.
Challenge him, Scribe.
Challenge him about what?
Challenge me, Scribe. Come at me, bro.
Okay. Pistols at Dawn.
I prefer Canada.
Okay.
That's it. I bamboozled you. It's over. It's over.
You've been Smeckledorfed.
My wife wants my good-for-nothing shitbag father-in-law to move in with us. Any suggestions? I wouldn't greet him as good-for-nothing shit-for-bag. Or shit-for-bag.
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 You damn shit-for-bag.
Oh, man. That's a hard one, man. I don't know the situation, so if you're going to let him move in, then do your best to hide your disdain. That's the best I got for you.
Is it a temporary arrangement, or is it this long term? Would be my other question. Like, can you put up enough tolerance to last the time, or is it going to be forever?
Yeah, that's rough, man. We have a rule in my house that people can stay with us short term, but nobody is staying with us because we've done that a couple of times and had to kick them out each time.
The rule is always, if you're the guest, you leave when they still want you to stay. That's usually the best rule when you're being a guest in somebody's home that's either unexpected or not necessarily comfortable.
It's a pretty good rule.
Yep.
Monkey, how's your dick? It is good. Thank you for asking. See, I told you, Satsu, sometimes people want to know.
All right.
I can't argue
this round.
And have you heard about the Jim Jones the movie video game?
What?
Jim Jones the movie video game?
I didn't know there was a Jim Jones the movie to begin with, unless you're talking about like the guy on a tragedy from like 1986 or something, where Powers Booth played Jim Jones. That'd be amazing.
Unfiltered comedy is very refreshing. So many worry about how it'll be taken rather than if it's funny. Yeah, and again, that's one of the reasons I love Drunkle, because he doesn't. I don't know if you do, but you don't seem to give any fucks.
I try not to. No, I've had a long life, Monkey, mate. I'm 32 for fuck's sake.
Oh, shut up.
Look, man, giving a fuck is getting increasingly expensive. And I just can't afford it no more.
See, exactly. That's the thing. You look upon the fields where I grow my fucks, and thou shalt see it is barren.
Indeed.
Nothing will be funnier than drunken uncle placing a Minecraft burning cross outside irate bear's house.
Oh, I know. We did that. We did that Ghost Poo Gaming 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, Sinatra, come here. I also placed a sign on his door that said no minorities allowed.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Ask Drunkle if he likes Derek and Clive, please.
I don't know who they are.
There you go.
British comedians or something.
Derek and Clive. Oh, hold on. I might know them by face. It's okay, isn't it?
Uncle, you love queer kid stuff?
Oh, Derek and Clive. Oh, of course, yeah. They did that album was just like, a guy comes up to me and he went, you cunt. I went, you cunt. Yeah, Derek and Clive. Of course I know Derek and Clive. Sorry, I had to see the issue, the pictures, sorry. I'm sorry, do I love queer kid stuff?
That seems to be the question, yes.
Well, it pays my fucking rent, mate. I kind of have to, don't
Random wants me to remind you guys, it's open server night tonight on 7 Days to Die. Check it out over on the open server. You can get the information in my Discord. I think it's still in Satsu's Discord as well. And I think they actually do the chat through Satsu's Discord.
Ooh. But not Scribe, because he's too moody.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because I got to go to bed and work in the morning.
Wow, you ain't got
Scribe has a job like a fucking responsible adult.
That's
well,
right.
I've got 2 jobs, like 2 responsible
Yeah, because you've got 2 hands.
Well, how many hands you got?
Well, you've got 2 hand jobs. That's what
How many hands have you got?
You could give 2 hand jobs to Scribe.
How many hands have you got, Scribe?
2.
Come on.
Ah, you 2-handed twat.
This name
Fucking
seems very
disabled.
fitting right now. Full of Malarkey asks, Junkle, do you like being on ham pizza?
Oh, no, I'm not a big fan. No, because I'm not lactose intolerant, but I just don't like touching cooked cheese. You know, when it's stuck to the back of my head, dodgy.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Devil Fruit Zero says, do you think that Trump will pardon Assange? I hope he does, but I doubt it.
Nah, he won't.
Do you know, I think that would be the best move for Trump. I mean, that would be the way he... not that he's been doing a bad job, but...
if he did that, the Clintons would literally shit.
They would.
Hillary
That's
Clinton
why
would
it'd be
have a
such
baby.
And yet
Oh,
he would
God, she
still
already did.
appease all the hard liberals. Not appease. They'd still be like, all right, but you're still an asshole. It's not like he's done a bad job so far. Like, the economy's the best it's been in a while. Fucking unemployment's the lowest been in a while. He's been doing a good job. If you pardon Assange, that is the cherry on top, Don. Come on,
Look,
do it.
If Trump would keep his mouth shut, he'd probably be a pretty good president. Most of my issues with Trump are some of the shit he says.
Mm-hmm.
But through his Twitter account.
Well, yeah, through his Twitter
Just
sometimes.
That's where
Period,
he's done this
actually, yeah.
beautiful thing of completely bypassing mainstream media, though, which no
He
other
does,
president
but
has done.
Then when he does go on mainstream media, he says the weirdest shit. And look, I'm not a Trump hater. I'm just look, Trump.
I'm not a Trump lover, mate. He's not my
Trump's-
guy, but he is.
Sometimes
the
he
guy.
should shut up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing about
However-
social media, though. Like, when you follow someone on social media, you realize that they're a dick. He's human, like the rest of us. I think when it comes to a president, everyone is expecting this paradigm of purity.
You're not wrong about that, but some of what he says is just like, did he really just say that? Did he really
If
just?
anything,
Anyway,
I appreciate that a lot more. Like, I wish Obama had a Twitter and just go like, what's up with the Jews? I would appreciate something like that. You go, oh, all right, yeah, he fucks up like the rest of us. That's fine. I can get behind a man that seems more human than this paradigm of purity that they tried to come across as.
as for Assange, I hope he does, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna let that happen. Did you expect
such a good move, though, Monkey?
Oh, I agree. And I think it would actually, I think that would solidify his reelection.
I'd agree with you. Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy who was killed by a cassowary? No.
I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on.
It just says large aggressive. Oh, you know what? Yes, I did read about that.
The what?
It's a cassowary. It's kind of like it's the size of a emu.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about, not this story, but I remember the word now, yeah.
No, we read a story. Emu? Well, I say it like that because the Australians get mad at how Americans say emu. I don't know how they say it.
Emu.
They say it.
They say it the same way we do.
Beat us
we
in
sent
2
them over
wars.
there. It's emu.
Emu. Either way, no, we read that story on Monkey in the Morning the other day. I don't remember which day.
As well, loving Monkey in the Morning. I listen to it and I'm getting ready for work. Love it.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Thank you for
when I can,
watching.
I come in. I say hello to the chat. I think a little while ago you invited me in because you saw me, but I mean I can't do it. I just like listening to it. It's like my morning radio show. Gets me ready.
It's my mom's alarm clock. She's like, God damn it, Monkey.
I didn't know Satsu was living in your house.
No, I tend to throw out invitations, and anytime I throw somebody invitations, it's if you can, if you'd like to, no pressure.
Yeah. If you're around, if you're not got anything on.
Scribe, why not do a Mad Lib with Drunkle?
Because it's not my night. That's Monkey's decision. It's his show tonight.
Well, I think the question he just asked answers that.
You don't know what Mad Libs are, Drunkle?
No, I'm British.
Mad Libs are
Have
these
witty limericks.
wonderful story. You take a story and they take out like a verb here and a noun there. And then you have people just give you random words to fill those in. And then you read it and it turns out to be something really, really funky.
All right, let's smash it. Scribe, if you're up for it.
The next time I have you on my night, we'll do a Mad Lib.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
don't have
Heather,
one up right now, guys. And those take like 10 to 15 minutes. That'd be the rest of the show.
Scribe, we both know full well it's only Monkey that invites me on Lords of the Night.
Oh,
What the
did
fuck are you on about?
was that too subtle?
You know what? I'll have you on a whole show, Drunkle, and we'll do one on my next show.
We'll do one. Me and you, Monkey. We don't need these fucking white niggers right here, mate. Me and you.
We got this. Why was Mama Satsu at the post office?
Uh-oh.
See, it is questions like that that make people think that you are weird.
That is a weird question.
Answer it to cash in a daily welfare.
Oh.
I don't know if welfare comes daily.
Daily welfare. Okay.
Monkey, how much to try steak tartare?
Drunk will think motherfuckers rolling in welfare money over here. Oh yeah, I get mine daily.
Yeah. Okay.
They send me food stamps by the hour.
Laptop.
Oh man. When is Operation Save Teddy a go?
Oh god.
Oh no, it's going. It's been going on for about 2 years now. It's a deep operation, guys. We can't talk too much about it though. That's the thing, because Lindsay, she got eyes on me. She got eyes on you. She got eyes on you guys. She's watching all of us. However, what did piss me off was Toon. You know, you guys know Toon. He did a Queer Kid Stuff video, and I sent him a DM.
Oh, Toon, yeah.
Me and Toon used to be good mates. And I was saying to him, mate, you should get on this Save Teddy hashtag. And he went, oh, that's brilliant. I'll get on that. So he did that. And one video later, I had people leaving me comments going, you copied Toon. I go, nigga, I've got a PhD in Queer Kid Stuff. How dare you?
Oh, Mattis says, Lords of the Night, how did you not realize my last question was your tagline? Monkey, how's your dick? And have you heard about the Jim Jones, the movie video game? Yeah.
Oh, well, see, we're not that smart over here. We ride the short bus in the back.
Because wait,
Jim Jones is.
there's a good reason for that. Because the first part got kind of broken up. The how's your dick? Me and Satsu had an argument the other night on the game stream where I was advocating that people wanted to hear about my dick.
What were you playing on the game stream?
We were playing Borderlands, the remastered edition.
Good shout.
Yeah. And I just think some people want to hear about my dick. And he was like, no, they don't.
Yeah.
Obviously they do, because somebody asked.
Yeah, of course.
Am I the only one who thinks cervix sounds like an evil order in some cheesy American animation?
I guess it could be if it didn't have a very obvious other definition. Sure.
It does sound weird.
I want to create an evil organization called the cervix.
The cervix. All the medical terms for things in and around your genitals sound weird.
Just call it the devil's cervix, and you can make it an evil group.
I mean,
because they were created by men.
All genitals sound weird, you know. Penis, vagina.
Penis.
Who had those surnames? The people that discovered them and went, "I'm going to name a knob after my surname,
Dr.
Daniel
Vagina.
Penis."
Dr. Penis Vagina.
Who had the
Sir
authority?
Francis Andrew Penis?
The discoverer of the penis.
I'll tell you, I know it had to be John Thomas, didn't it? It had to.
Why did BuzzFeed call Sargon a rapist? Because they're trying to smear him.
His
that and all
I wouldn't
those
even
kids
rape
he
you
raped.
thing. Yeah.
He had the police come to his house.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
That and all those kids he raped.
Oh, we didn't even mention the Sargon Count Dankula summit that happened today.
Did he rape him too?
What happened with them?
Oh, they were on a stage. I don't even know what the context was, but Tailed Feature was there taking pictures from the audience as they were on a stage doing some kind of like presentation or speech or something.
Anyone Scottish in Tailed Feature's there, isn't he? He's like a moth to the flame.
It's a tiny little country. He just has to like walk across the street and he's on the other side of it. You know? Not exactly that rough to get from one point to another.
Doesn't Drunkle live in council housing?
No. I rent off a private agency, which is why I've got 2 bedrooms, one of which I use as my bedroom, and one of which I use as my recording studio. Or I said a room, so I call it a Rudio.
Rudio. Do 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 do.
Oh wow! I pay £675 a month for that, and you've just lessened it. Thank you.
Let's see. Damn, this tickle. Ah!
But I'm actually offended that they thought I live in council housing. Do I sound that rough?
You sound rough.
Actually, don't answer that. Of course I sound rough.
Sometimes you sound real rough, though. You don't sound bad today. There's, like I said, a little stuffy.
I feel rough, buddy. I feel rough. I'm a rough kind of guy.
I'm
the nicest person you'd ever meet. If someone opens up a door for me, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Well, that's because you're British.
Wait. Somebody opens up a door for you and you turn into Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And then I kick him in the nuts going, ha ha.
Because for a second, I almost thought you were Chris Saliza.
Oh,
no. Have you ever heard Chris Saliza speak? He is
yes.
Mickey. If I'm Kermit the Frog, Chris Saliza is Mickey Mouse. Absolutely true. I'm not even kidding.
Right.
We need to do a road show, he and I. Kermit and Mickey on the road.
Because I've often said you sound like Kermit the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
We could do something. We could go on tour.
What do you sound like?
Apparently, Chris Saliza.
Yeah.
Only when you get compliments.
Yes.
Or when somebody opens the door for you.
Yes, that's right.
Right,
so it could just be
Chris.
Kermit the Frog opening the door for you and you saying hi or thank you as Mickey Mouse.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Dante wants to know if we've tried not your father's hard root beer. It's freaking amazing. I haven't. I know a lot of people who really love it though.
Well, hang on. Sorry, his father does a root beer that everyone is.
No,
like
it's the name of a root beer over here. It's a root beer over here called Not Your Father's Root Beer, and it's got alcohol in it.
And he's the heir to the throne of Not Your Father's Root Beer?
No.
I'm missing something.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. No, it's because he used the word father.
Do you write Game of Thrones?
I do, yeah. It's the incest. It got me complicated there, so my bad.
Ebony says, I mean, how much to pay you to try a steak tartare? I've had it. I'm not a fan. I need a little more cooking to my meat. Sad Boy Monkey, how is your butthole?
Needs a little
as
more
safe
cooking.
as ever. And can I please say the D word with the hard please? Disabled-er?
Yeah, I was about to say disabled.
Oh, was Drunkle? Were you in the chat around that story?
I'm not sure.
Where they said disabled's going to be the new N word.
Oh yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's retarded.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? I like that. That's retarded. Spot on.
Speaking of retarded, Drunkle, what are Downsy eggs, and would you do your mom back to the future style?
All right, okay. All right, there's 2 questions. I will answer them in 2 separate parts. First of all, Downsy eggs is when me and Sinatra managed to take a cell out of R8 Bear's ear and put it into a chicken. And every now and then it would lay an egg which never hatched. But the eggs, the yolk we got from it was just Downs.
All right.
Enough.
Excellent.
Okay. What was the other question?
Would you do your mom back to the future style?
I'd do my mum now.
There you go. For the record, Downsy eggs are eggs of women over 35.
Oh, well, I mean, at my age, mate, I've got no choice.
No, if you're gonna reproduce, find somebody 18 to 21. Don't do it with a chick who's got the Downsy eggs. You're gonna end up with a Downsy kid.
Mate. I mean, at my age in Britain, if I'm gonna hook up with a girl, I have to make peace with the fact that I'm gonna raise some other bloke's kid.
Well, there's that, and at least then you know it wasn't a Downsy egg. And look, that does not mean every child born to a mom over 35 is going to be Downsy. There's just a chance.
It's just a chance.
Why did the Paris Fire Brigade quickly rule out arson after they put out the fire at Notre Dame. Actually, they ruled it out
Sounds like they're
before.
waiting for a punchline.
They ruled it out beforehand, and they did that to try to keep down conspiracy theories about who might have burned it down. Even though just days before, there were several articles about several churches over there being burned. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Monopoly says, I bet you that Muslim caused the fire. Well, the other churches, the other churches in France that have been burned down, there's no suggestion that Muslims were actually involved in that. It's actually the secularists that they suspect of doing those
here's
fires.
The thing: when on Monday on the Ghost People podcast, when this was brought up, and to be honest, I had no idea this was happening until I saw it on the GPP, which was really fucking weird. It is like the biggest event of like our lifetimes, the Notre Dame Cathedral burning down.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I said. I mean, 9/11 was pretty big as well, but still, fucking. This is where we were saying, like, someone left a note in the chat saying if you Google British churches burning down, you will find so many occurrences of it happening that the media just don't report on. Because it's not the clean religion, I suppose. I don't know. I didn't actually look it up myself. This is just what one person said.
If you watch Monkey in the Morning from this morning, we actually read a story about the. It was an article posted on April 6th, so a week before the fire. Where several churches have been burned down. Several of them had poo smeared all over them. Just all kinds of vandalism stuff going on over there. And
I'll tell you, it was more about the what people were saying about it on Twitter and everything. Like, yeah, take that, you white colonialists. Like, dude, fucking hell.
Yeah, chill out.
The people that are alive now, this is just the same argument as slavery. We aren't the ones to blame. If you get rid of this, if you celebrate this going down and just disappearing, then you are really celebrating the fact that we can erase history and just repeat it again in a couple of 100 years. Can we not learn from history, please?
How about just not be dickbags and cheer when bad things happen?
I mean, if you want to sum it up in a sentence, Monkey, that's how you go.
Especially if you are extremely adept at virtue signaling.
Yeah,
probably don't want to do
that. A lot of them, seem to be.
What kind of career can I have if I let history die?
More than anything, I learned from people posting on Twitter was how many people had a vacation in Paris in the last year. That's all I really learned.
I went there. I just saw it.
It was 6 months ago I was there. I could have been there when it burnt down. No, Shanice.
Shanice.
I did read a story. It was a joke article that the biggest people to suffer from the fire are Instagram models.
Oh, influencers.
Influencers. I'm sorry.
Damn influencers.
Did you guys know that Tailed Feature is drunk, according to Tailed Feature? I did not.
Yes, he said that a couple hours ago. He's probably drinking with Sargon and
wow, you guys have really got all the news, haven't you?
He's Scottish, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I just assume he's drunk.
Golf and drinking, that's all they do over there.
And I'm and heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Not jobs.
Steve Jobs?
If Notre Dame was Muslim arson, do you think the French government would tell anybody? Probably.
I mean, they'd have to. It's just a case of whether or not that it would be hidden from the media. Which, I mean, being the EU being what it is very, if it is done by all these people, you can't say all these people. That's again another point we raised on the GPP was saying, if it was a case of all the people that were saying, hey, brilliant, this fucking temple has been burned down. If it was, people of a certain other demographic cheering for a temple of a different demographic being burned down, they'd get arrested.
Yes, they would. 7 years, motherfucker.
Just saying.
Drunken uncle is the drunken uncle is drunken uncle the Alex Jones of Uncle.
Dave, you mean Uncle like the secret spy agency from the 60 TV show or whatever?
Yeah,
it's toasted, so maybe.
Oh, the man from Uncle. Yeah, good show.
Yes, the man from Uncle.
Yeah.
I only know references of things that were before I was born.
Drunkle, this morning my girlfriend said, "What is the Ghost Poo podcast? It sounds stupid. What should I do with her?"
Leave her.
Get at least a handy first.
Well,
You
that's
should
what Mum
introduce
would
her.
say.
Introduce her to the back of your hand.
Oh,
Wow.
What? Well, how many hands does he have, Satsu?
oh, which hand?
That's a good question. Oh shit.
He might not have any.
And by
hands.
that, I
You're
mean-
being really ableist right now.
Oh God.
Okay.
that's right.
Write a short description.
Here's what
of
you
Ghost
do.
Poo on the back of your hand.
Here's what you do. You tell her that you'll go down on her if she goes down on you first. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then when you blow your load, just leave. Because that's
Or
what she
just
deserves.
walk out the door.
Yeah. Just be like, see ya. Don't even say
Yeah,
see ya.
I'm gonna
Just
go, if
Tell-
I'm gonna go down a sexual route, I'd say like you're gonna go right. I'm gonna stick a finger in you now, and she go okay, and you don't. You stick your thumb in, and she goes, "That's really weird," and you go, "That's the Ghost Poo podcast."
Yeah, now you know what it feels like to
Now
watch Ghost
you
Poo.
know.
you got thumbed. And on thumbing,
got
that's going to bring us to the end of the show. You've just been thumbed. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your donations. That is so generous of you, and I cannot thank you enough. Thanks for hanging out with us every night. You guys are amazing.
You got a really good audience, man. I'll give you
Best
that.
on the
Great
internet, man.
audience. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Well, you can't say that because you have your own audience, but you're wrong. Anyway,
It's a better audience.
it's so not.
It's your audience plus.
Don't forget to check out Drunkle's channel. If you guys are not subscribed, you are definitely missing out.
Oh, guys, I mean, I've got a video coming out like within 10 minutes. Like, yeah, definitely.
You
check it
can
out.
also catch him. Let me do this.
Go on.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the Ghost Poo podcast. On Mondays, they're on Irate Bears channel. Wednesdays, they're on Drunken Uncle's channel. And Fridays on Sinatra Says. You can catch them at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh,
Drunkle, thank you so much for joining us
now
tonight.
hold on. 5:30
Yes, sir.
p.m. Eastern time. Or
No, I'm Merkin. That's all we care about.
10:30 p.m. Eastern. You were almost there, man.
No, not 10. You just said 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
All right,
Yeah.
10:30 p.m. GMT.
GMT.
You were
There you
almost
go.
there. You take
Well,
two.
it's Eastern
You were
UK,
almost
maybe.
there.
Nobody
What?
uses gay mail time. Let Monkey finish.
Thank you. It's Eastern.
Game
5:30 Eastern time, ladies and gentlemen. Drunkle, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, mate. I really
Indeed.
appreciate it.
Scribbles, Satsu, a pleasure as always. Everybody, your lives make us sad, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Don't rape
guys.
the cat.
Fuck off, assholes.